This was brought to you by Roger Hanson, Gaming with Infamous, on YouTube, Roger Hanson on Patreon, and Franklin County Internet Society on Facebook.
Heat suit outfit. Clothing designed to protect the wearer against abysmal heat, such as temperatures found around forges and volcanoes. It consists of heavy pants and coat, a specially treated leather apron, very thick mittens, a thick hood, and goggles. The heat suit outfit prevents 3 points of normal heat damage per round, not subdual, and eliminates the -4 penalty on fortitude saves for wearing heavy clothes. See Heat Dangers in Chapter 3 of the Dungeon Master's Guide. A heat suit outfit should be worn only for brief periods of time. Spelunker's outfit. This outfit is for adventurers planning to travel underground. It consists of water-resistant wool breeches, low sturdy boots, wool shirt, leather coat, belt, plain buckle, bandolier for attaching equipment, knee pads, elbow pads, and miner's cap. The outfit does not include climbing gear, which must be purchased separately. Specific clothing. The prices in Table 2.2 clothing are average costs for specific items in clothing. In some cases, the prices and weights for outfits in the player's handbook might be different when each item is priced out. This section describes only unusual clothing. Bodysuit black. This very tight-fitting garment is made of black silk. It is used by rogues and infiltrators when sneaking around at night. Wearing the suit grants a +2 circumstance bonus on hide checks in conditions dark enough to grant 1/2 concealment or better. However, the bodysuit provides no benefit if you wear other clothing or armor other than belts, pouches, or bandoliers on top of it. Boots, Smugglers. These otherwise normal high boots have hinged heels that swing open to reveal small storage spaces. Each can hold 1 or 2 fine objects, such as a vial of poison. In addition, the inside lining of the boot can be removed to hide thin, flat objects like a map or slender dagger. It requires a successful search check, DC 30, to locate items hidden in the boots. Full cloth winter. This is a heavily quilted undergarment that is worn underneath regular clothing to protect the wearer against cold. Winter full cloth is considered part of the cold weather outfit described in the player's handbook. If worn by itself, it grants a +1 circumstance bonus on fortitude saving throws against exposure to cold weather. See Cold Dangers in Chapter 3 of the Dungeon Master's Guide. Helmet Miners. This metal pot helm has a small enclosure on the front similar to a bullseye lantern. It can hold one candle, which illuminates a cone 10 feet long. The candle is commonly imbued with a light or continual flame spell. Vest knife. This specifically designed vest is worn over other clothing and can comfortably hold up to 10 daggers across the chest. It is particularly handy for knife throwers with a quick draw feat. Jewelry and accessories. The prices on table 2-3 are for plain and basic jewelry with no gemstones. Prices for fancier items are considerably higher depending on the level of detail and skill of the crafter. Table 2-3 Jewelry and accessories. Item: broad belt, copper / silver, 6 silver pieces, gold, 6 gold pieces, platinum, 6 gold pieces plus. Item: armband, copper, 5 copper pieces plus, silver, or 15 copper pieces plus, silver, 15 silver pieces plus, gold, 15 gold pieces plus, platinum, 150 gold pieces plus. Item: bracelet, copper, 1 silver piece plus, silver, 2 gold pieces plus, gold, 20 gold pieces plus, platinum, 200 gold pieces plus. Item: brooch, copper, 45 copper pieces plus, silver, 45 silver pieces plus, gold, 45 gold pieces plus, platinum, 450 gold pieces plus. Item: earrings, copper, 2 silver pieces plus, silver, 2 gold pieces plus, gold, 20 gold pieces plus, platinum, 200 gold pieces plus. Item: fillet, copper, 6 silver pieces plus, silver, 6 gold pieces plus, gold, 60 gold pieces plus, platinum, 600 gold pieces plus. Item: headband, copper, 4 silver pieces plus, silver, 4 gold pieces plus, gold, 40 gold pieces plus, platinum, 400 gold pieces plus. Item: locket, copper, 25 copper pieces plus, silver, 25 silver pieces plus, gold, 25 gold pieces plus, platinum, 250 gold pieces plus. Item: necklace, copper, 5 silver pieces plus, silver, 25 silver pieces plus, gold, 25 gold pieces plus, platinum, 250 gold pieces plus. Item: necklace, copper, 5 silver pieces plus, silver, 5 gold pieces plus, gold 50 gold pieces plus, platinum 500 gold pieces plus. Item pendant, copper 45 copper pieces plus, silver 45 silver pieces plus, gold 45 gold pieces plus, platinum 450 gold pieces plus. Item ring, copper 3 copper pieces plus, silver 3 gold pieces plus, gold 30 gold pieces plus, platinum 300 gold pieces plus. Item torque, copper 5 silver pieces, silver 5 gold pieces, gold 50 gold pieces, platinum 500 gold pieces plus. Food and drink. The prices on table 2-4 are the average for food items found in temperature farmlands. Prices can vary widely depending on the climate and season. Many of these items can also be considered trade goods. See below. Unique alcoholic beverage, table 7-7, goods and service of the player's handbook gives prices for generic ales and wines. For something a bit more exotic, try these different kinds of alcohol. Elian wine, Elven. The grapes for this astounding wine are picked from wild vines located deep in the forests. It takes several months to find enough grapes to create even one batch. Fortitude save DC 11. Dragon Bite Bitter. The recipe for this exceptional dark beer is centuries old. Only the Dragon Bit Brewery has been able to reproduce it. The fortitude save to resist intoxication is DC 12. Dwarf Head Stout. Found almost exclusively in dwarven communities, this powerful brew is a day-to-day beer favored by warriors. Fortitude save DC 13. Frenzy Water. An extremely potent, clear alcohol. Rumors of bottles spontaneously catching fire when exposed to sunlight have been proven. Anyone with a range class ability must make a will save DC 15 to resist flying into a rage after drinking a pankin of this liquor. If you have already expended all your rages for the day, then Frenzy Water has no additional effect other than making you irritated and surly. Fortitude save DC 15. Frostwine. This delicate white wine is created from an exotic blend of grapes that grow only in extreme northerly climates. Frostworms are are drawn to the scene of frostwine grapes in bloom, making dangerous to harvest. Fortitude save DC 13. Garnet wine. Dwarven, made from grapes. found high in the mountains. This fine, if bold, wine includes at least 10 gold pieces worth of ground of garnet for flavor. Fortitude save DC 13. Golden Light Gnome, a fine, lightweight beer with flowery accents that is a favorite trade item with humans and halflings. Fortitude save DC 11. Table 2-4. Edible items. Spices and seasonings. Item: Angelica, cost per ounce 5 cups, or 5 copper pieces. Item: Anise, cost per ounce 3 copper pieces. Item: Basil, cost per ounce 1 silver piece. Item: Bergarnet, cost per ounce 3 copper pieces. Item: Borage, cost per ounce 2 copper pieces. Item: Caraway, cost per ounce 2 copper pieces. Item: Cardamom, cost per ounce 1 golden piece. Item: Chives, cost per ounce 2 copper pieces. Item: Cinnamon, cost per ounce 1 gold piece. Item: Clary, cost per ounce 8 copper pieces. Item: Cloves, cost per ounce 20 gold pieces. Item: Coriander, cost per ounce 1 silver piece. Item: Costmary, cost per ounce 3 copper pieces. Item: Cubid, cost per ounce 15 gold pieces. Item: Cumin, cost per ounce 3 copper pieces. Item: Dillweed, cost per ounce 3 copper pieces. Item: Fennel seed, cost per ounce 1 silver piece. Item: Fenugreek, cost per ounce 3 silver pieces. Item: Garlic, cost per ounce 1 copper piece. Item: Ginger, cost per ounce 10 golden pieces. Item: Horehound, cost per ounce 4 copper pieces. Item: Horseradish, cost per ounce 1 copper piece. Item: Hyssop, cost per ounce 5 copper pieces. Item: Juniper, cost per ounce 3 silver pieces. Item: Laurel, cost per ounce 4 golden pieces. Item: Lemon Balm, cost per ounce 2 silver pieces. Item: Licorice fruit, cost per ounce 4 silver pieces. Item: Lavage, cost per ounce 1 silver pieces. Item: Mace, cost per ounce 25 gold pieces. Item: Marjoram, cost per ounce 5 copper pieces. Item: Mint, cost per ounce 3 copper pieces. Item: mustard seed, cost per ounce, 5 copper pieces. Item nutmeg, cost per ounce, 30 gold pieces. Item oregano, cost per ounce, 2 silver pieces. Item parsley, cost per ounce, 4 copper pieces. Item pepper, cost per ounce, 30 gold pieces. Item poppy seed, cost per ounce, 8 golden pieces. Item rose hips, cost per ounce, 5 gold pieces. Item rosemary, cost per ounce, 5 silver pieces. Item saffron, cost per ounce, 65 gold pieces. Item sage, cost per ounce, 1 silver piece. Item salt, cost per ounce, 1 copper piece. Item sweet cecily, cost per ounce, 1 silver piece. Item tarragon, cost per ounce, 1 gold piece. Item thyme, cost per ounce, 1 silver piece. Item turmeric, cost per ounce, 25 gold pieces. Item woodruff, cost per ounce, 1 silver piece. Corns. Item barley, cost per pound, 1 gold piece. Item buckwheat, cost per pound, 5 silver pieces. Item chickpeas, cost per pound, 3 golden pieces. Item lentils, cost per pound, 2 gold pieces. Item millet, cost per pound, 7 silver pieces. Item oats, cost per pound, 7 silver pieces. Item rice, cost per pound, 5 gold pieces. Item rye, cost per pound, 7 silver pieces. Wheat. Item wheat, cost per pound, 1 copper piece. Flours. Item barley, cost per pound, 2 gold pieces. Item buckwheat, cost per pound, 1 gold piece. Item rye, cost per pound, 15 gold pieces. Item wheat, cost per pound, 3 gold pieces. Dried fruits and vegetables. Item apples, cost 1 gold pieces a pound. Item apricots, cost 15 gold pieces a pound. Item carrots, cost 1 gold pieces an ounce. Item cherries, cost 5 silver pieces an ounce. Item currants, cost 1 silver piece an ounce. Item dates, cost 5 gold pieces an ounce. Item elderberries, cost 1 silver piece an ounce. Item fig, cost 7 gold pieces an ounce. Item green beans, cost 2 silver pieces an ounce. Item green peas, cost 2 silver pieces a pound. Item mushrooms, 1 gold piece a pound. Item onion, cost 5 silver pieces an ounce. Item peaches, cost 15 gold pieces a pound. Item pears cost 5 gold pieces a pound. Item prunes cost 3 gold pieces a pound. Item raisins cost 1 gold piece a pound. Item tomatoes cost 1 gold piece a pound. Nuts. Item almonds cost per pound 3 gold pieces. Item cashews cost per pound 20 gold pieces. Item chestnuts cost per pound 1 gold piece. Item hazelnuts cost per pound 5 silver pieces. Item pine nuts cost per pound 10 gold pieces. Item pistachios cost per pound 15 gold pieces. Item walnuts cost per pound 3 silver pieces. Oils. Item olive oil cost per gallon 5 golden pieces. Item almond oil cost per gallon 10 golden pieces. Item walnut oil cost per gallon 2 golden pieces. Item hazelnut oil cost per gallon 3 gold pieces. Item sesame oil cost per gallon 10 gold pieces. Item sunflower oil cost per gallon 3 silver pieces. Item safflower oil cost per gallon 2 silver pieces. Item rapeseed oil cost per gallon 1 silver pieces. Sweeteners. Item honey cost 1 silver piece per pint. Item marzipan cost 20 gold pieces an ounce. Item molasses costs 5 gold pieces a pint. Item sorghum costs 3 silver pieces a pint. Item sugar 1 gold piece a pound. Meat and fish. Item beef corned cost per pound 3 gold pieces. Item beef dried cost per pound 5 gold pieces. Item beef jerked cost per pound 7 gold pieces. Item beef sausage cost per pound 2 gold pieces. Item beef smoked cost per pound 4 gold pieces. Item buffalo dried cost per pound 30 gold pieces. Item buffalo jerked cost per pound 45 gold pieces. Item cod salted cost per pound 5 gold pieces. Item cod smoked cost per pound 7 gold pieces. Item herring pickled cost per pound 3 gold pieces. Item herring salted cost per pound 5 gold pieces. Item pork bacon cost per pound 4 gold pieces. Item pork ham cost per pound 5 gold pieces. Item pork salted cost per pound 3 gold pieces. Item pork Sausage, cost per pound, 1 gold pieces. Item, salmon, salted, cost per pound, 10 gold pieces. Item, salmon, smoked, cost per pound, 15 gold pieces. Item, salmon, sardines, cost per pound, 4 gold pieces. Exotic items. Item cost, chilies, 25 gold pieces a pound. Item cost, coffee, 50 golden pieces a pound. Item cost, coconut, 50 golden pieces a pound. Item cost, hickory nuts, 200 gold pieces a pound. Item cost, lotus, 100 gold pieces an ounce. Item cost, maple sugar, 75 gold pieces a gallon. Item cost, paprika, 30 gold pieces an ounce. Item cost, pimento, 40 gold pieces an ounce. Item cost, pineapple, 150 gold pieces a pound. Item cost, sarsaparilla, 10 gold pieces an ounce. Item cost, tobacco, 5 silver pieces a pound. Item cost, vanilla, 75 gold pieces an ounce. Item cost, walnuts, black, 100 gold pieces a pound. Unique beer, ale, and mead. Item, dragon bite bitter, cost per gallon, 15 gold pieces. Item, dwarf head stout, cost per gallon, 30 gold pieces. Item, mead elven, cost per gallon, 60 gold pieces. Item, golden light gnome, cost per gallon, 10 gold pieces. Item, dead red goblin, cost per gallon, 2 gold pieces. Item, Polish brown ale, cost per gallon, 8 gold pieces. Unique wines. Item, cost per bottle. Item, Frostwine, cost per bottle, 40 gold pieces. Item, Alien wine, elven, cost per bottle, 100 gold pieces. Item, garnet wine, dwarven, cost per bottle, 90 gold pieces. Item, mushroom wine, cost per bottle, 20 to 135 gold pieces. Item, spider blood grow, cost per bottle, 150 gold pieces. Unique spirits. Item, frenzy water, cost per bottle, 15 gold pieces. Item, moondrop elven, cost per bottle, 220 gold pieces. Item, crag orc, cost per bottle, 30 gold pieces. Crag orc. This spirit is popular among orcs and goblins. It is extremely powerful and tastes dreadful to the non-goblinoid palate. Drinking a tankard of this foul brew nauseates anyone who is not an orc, half-orc, goblin, or Hobgoblin. Fortitude save DC 14. Mead, Elven. Although not normally famed for brewing, elves find exotic honey in their forest homes to create this delightful mead. Even dwarves find its taste appealing, though they are loath to admit it. Fortitude save DC 12. Moondrop, Elven. Exquisite beyond compare, the beverage can be produced only by someone with alchemy skill DC 30. It is made through a bizarre process involving fresh dew and moonlight. Fortitude save DC 13. Mushroom wine. Created by several different species that live below ground, there are many types of this wine. Prices range widely. Fortitude save DC 11 through 12. False Brown Elf, a halfling creation found among the few permanent halfling settlements that have acquired the taste of elf. It has a pleasant, nutty flavor. Fortitude save DC 11. Spiderblood Drove, a slight misnomer. This mushroom wine crafted by the Drow includes a substantial dose of venom for poisonous spiders. Its taste is remarkable and unlike anything encountered on the surface world. Anyone not used to drinking this wine, usually a non-Drow, must make a successful Fortitude save DC 11 or be poisoned. Primary and secondary damage 1 die 2 Constitution. In addition to making the Fortitude save against intoxication DC 11, those wishing to overcome those poisonous effects must drink one glass over several hours every day for 3 days. Thudred Goblin. Almost universally avoided by non-goblinoid races, Thudred has been described as having the taste and smell of a rotting cow that caught fire. It is favored by some barbarians as the drink of choice. Fortitude save DC 12. Alcohol and intoxication. More than a few adventurers enjoy hoisting a drink or two in celebration of their latest conquest. Sometimes characters drink more than they can handle. This optional rule can help the DM determine just how drunk a PC is after pounding down the L. Alcohol is a depressant that reduces judgment and coordination. Every time a character consumes an entire alcoholic beverage, a glass of wine, a tankard of beer, or a jigger of any spirit, they make a fortitude save at no penalty, with the DC determined by the type of alcohol. See the table below for examples of different alcohol types. Unique liquors have the DC given in their descriptions. This assumes that the character is trying to avoid getting intoxicated. The first drink in an hour imposes no penalty on the fortitude save. The second drink consumed within the same hour imposes a -1 penalty. The third, -2, the fourth, -4, and so on. Obviously, a person can space the time between drinks to reduce the chance of getting drunk. A character who fails to save takes 1 die 2 points of temporary ability damage to both wisdom and dexterity. A character who reaches 0 wisdom passes out unconscious. A character who reaches 0 dexterity collapses into a drunken wreck but remains in a blurry state of consciousness. If both ability scores reach 0, the character could possibly suffer the effects of alcohol poisoning. This requires a fortitude save with the DC for that type of alcohol. If different types were drunk, use the highest DC. On a failure, the character takes 1 point of temporary constitutional damage every 10 minutes until death occurs, unless the stomach is purged. Alcohol type: wine, common, DC 11. Alcohol type: wine, fortitude, DC 12. Alcohol type: ale, weak, DC 10. Alcohol type: ale, common, DC 11. Alcohol type: ale, stout, DC 12. Alcohol type: ale, dwarven, DC 13. Alcohol type: typical spirits, whiskey, rum, gin, etc. DC 11. Alcohol type: very strong spirits, DC 13. Alcohol type: dangerously strong spirits, DC 15. The character regains 1 point of dexterity and wisdom for each full hour after consuming the last alcoholic beverage, usually feeling terrible in the process. Naturalized poison negates the damaging effects of alcohol, but not the hangover. Special and superior items. Every adventurer needs the basic backpack, rope, and light source, and so forth. But various applications of alchemy, superior artisanship, and poison making can make the adventurer's job much easier. Table 2.5. Alchemical items. Item: blade fire. Amount: flask. DC to create 20. Costs 20 gold pieces. Weight 1 pound. Item: bullet. Acid. Amount: sling bullet. DC to create 15. Cost 10 gold pieces. Weight 10 ounces. Item: bullet flame. Amount: sling bullet. DC to create 20. Cost 20 gold pieces. Weight 10 ounces. Item: bullet. Priest. Amount: sling bullet. DC to create / cost 25 gold pieces, weight 10 ounces. Item candle focused, amount candle, DC to create 25, cost 100 gold pieces, weight 1 pound. Item candle restful, amount candle, DC cost to create 25, cost 100 gold pieces, weight 1 pound. Item clear breath, amount vial, DC to create 25, cost 50 gold pieces, weight / Item dark vision powder, amount vial, DC to create 20, cost 10 gold pieces, weight 1 ounce. Item defoliator, amount flask, DC to create 20, cost 20 gold pieces, weight 1 pound. Item dehydrated food, amount daily meals, DC to create 15, cost 2 gold pieces, weight 4 ounces. Item dwarf blind, amount stone, DC to create 25, cost 50 gold pieces, weight 1 pound. Item far flame oil, amount flask, DC to create 15, cost 2 gold pieces, weight 1 pound. Item fleetfoot, amount vial, DC to create 25, cost 50 gold pieces, weight / Item ghost oil, amount flask, DC to create 25, cost 50 gold pieces, weight 1 pound. Item Vermin Bane, amount flask, DC to create 25, cost 50 gold pieces, weight 1 pound. Item Hawk's ointment, amount vial, DC to create 25, cost 50 gold pieces, weight / Item instant rope, amount flask, DC to create 15, cost 25 gold pieces, weight 1 pound. Item long breath, amount vial, DC to create 25, cost 50 gold pieces, weight / Item moat light, amount flask, DC to create 20, cost 20 gold pieces, weight 1 pound. Item nature's drought, amount vial, DC to create 25, cost 50 gold pieces, weight / Item polar skin, amount flask, DC to create 25, cost 25 gold pieces, weight 1 pound. Item signal torch, amount torch, DC to create 15, cost 1 gold piece, weight 1 pound. Item Sparkstone. Amount, stone. DC to create, 25. Cost 50 gold pieces. Weight, 1 pound. Item, Stonebreaker, acid. Amount, flask. DC to create, 20. Cost 20 gold pieces. Weight, 1 pound. Item, Vermin Bane. Amount, flask. DC to create, 20. Cost, 20 gold pieces. Weight, 1 pound. Item, Vicious Bleeder. Amount, flask. DC to create, 25. Cost, 50 gold pieces. Weight, 1 pound. Grenade-like weapons. Grenade-like weapons. Defoliator. Cost 20 gold pieces. Direct hit 2 die 4. Splash hit 1 1. Range 10 feet. Grenade-like weapon. Grave Bane. Cost 50 gold pieces. Direct hit. Repels undead. Splash point slash. Range 10 feet. Grenade-like weapon. Moat light. Cost 20 gold pieces. Direct hit. Distracts. Splash hit. Slash. Range 10 feet. Grenade-like weapon. Sparkstone. Cost 50 gold pieces. Direct hit. 1 die 6. Splash hit. Half 2. Range 10 feet. Grenade-like weapon. Stonebreaker. Acid. Cost 20 gold pieces. Direct hit. 3 die 10. 3. Splash hit. 3 3. Range 10 feet. Vermin Bane. Grenade-like weapon. Vermin Bane. Cost 20 gold pieces. Direct hit. Repels vermin. Splash hit. Slash. Range 10 feet. 1. Applies to plants only. 2. Deals half damage to one target within 5 feet only. Randomly if there is more than one possible target. Roll randomly if there is more than one possible target. 3. Applies to stone objects only. Alchemical items. The alchemy skill allows characters to make many marvelous substances. The items below expand the lists of alchemical items available. Blade fire. Similar to alchemist fire, but less volatile. This thick, adhesive liquid ignites when exposed to air. Blade fire is typically poured along the length of a bladed weapon, causing the weapon to burn for a short period of time. A weapon treated with blade fire burns for 1d6 rounds. While burning, the weapon sheds light as a torch. A weapon treated with blade fire deals 1 additional point of fire damage with each successful hit. Applying blade fire to a weapon is a full round action that provokes an attack of opportunity. Blade fire is thick enough that once applied, it does not flow down the weapon, preventing it from harming the user. Each round that blade fire burns, it also deals 1 point of fire damage to the weapon that it coats. But most weapons have sufficient hardness to ignore this damage. Wooden weapons coated with blade fire ignite, however, taking 1d6 points of fire damage each round until extinguishing. Setting flammable items alight requires more contact than just an attack. To light a flammable item requires a full round action if the item is unattended or a successful grapple check against the opponent wearing or using the item. If your opponent breaks the grapple before your next action, no item catches fire. If you don't release the grapple on your next action, any flammable item you wear or carry also catches fire. Bullet acid. These hollow glass sling bullets are filled with acid. When they strike a target, they immediately shatter, dealing 1d4 points of acid damage in addition to the normal damage from the sling bullet. To hold sufficient acid, these bullets must be larger than normal. The increased size makes the bullet awkward and unwielding to launch, imposing a -2 penalty on the attack roll. Bullet flame. These hollow glass sling bullets are filled with alchemist fire. When they strike a target, they immediately shatter and the alchemist's fire ignites, dealing 1d4 points of fire damage in addition to the normal damage from the sling bullet. To hold sufficient alchemist fire, these bullets must be larger than normal, imposing a -2 penalty on the attack roll. See Catching on Fire in Chapter 3 of the Dungeon Master's Guide. For information on targeting, wearing, or carrying flammable materials catching fire. Bullet Priests. These hollow glass bullets are filled with holy water. When they strike a target, they immediately shatter, dousing the target with holy water. Undead and evil outsiders take 1d4 points of damage from the holy water in addition to the normal damage from the sling bullet. To hold sufficient holy water, these bullets must be larger than normal, imposing a -2 penalty on the attack roll. Candle. Focusing. The large green tapper candle burns quickly, lasting only an hour despite its size. While burning, the focused candle fills the air with a fresh, crisp odor. The candle is a great boon to those engaging in strenuous mental activity, sharpening most cognitive processes. Characters within 20 feet of a burning candle of focus gain a +2 circumstance bonus on the following skill checks: Alchemy, Appraise, Decipher, Script, Forgery, Scry, and Search. When making a skill check that takes more than one action to complete, such as attempting to identify a potion with alchemy, or using the scry skill with the scry spell, characters only gain the bonus from a focused candle if they spend the entire duration of the skill check within range of the burning candle. Candle, restful. This thick blue candle burns slowly, filling the air with a sweet, relaxing scent for 8 hours. These candles, although slow to function, have tremendous restoration abilities. Characters that spend a night of rest sleeping within 20 feet of a lit candle heal at twice the rate they normally would. After a day of light activity, characters who rest under the influence of the candle heal double their level in hit points and 2 points of ability damage. After a day of complete rest, characters who sleep under the influence of the candle heal 3 times their level in hit points and 2 points of ability damage. The benefits of a restful candle stack with those provided by someone providing long-term care with the heal skill. Clear breath. This vial of gray smoke temporarily dulls the sense of smell when someone inhales the contents through the nose. Clear breath provides a +4 alchemical bonus on fortitude saves made to resist unpleasant odors, such as a troglodyte's stench. The effects of clear breath last for 1 hour. Dark vision powder. This plain gray powder is unassuming. It can't be seen with normal vision from more than 10 feet away. When viewed with dark vision, however, it glows brightly. Creatures that have dark vision commonly use this powder to write messages that other creatures cannot read. Each vial contains enough powder for a reasonably lengthy sentence. Defoliator. This vial liquid has a muddy brown hue and smells of rotten plant life. You can grow a flask of defoliator as a grenade-like weapon. You can throw a flask of defoliator as a grenade-like weapon. On a direct hit, it deals 2d6 points of damage to plant creatures and kills normal plants of medium size or smaller. The splash damage from Defoliator deals 1 point of damage to plant creatures and kills normal plant creatures that are smaller than medium size. The damage is not limited to living plants. Wooden objects such as doors and wooden weapons also take damage from Defoliator, though their hardness applies. Dehydrated foods. Dehydrated food. Explorers and adventurers of all sorts benefit from alchemically dried food. Although expensive dehydrated food weighs only half as much as an equivalent supply of trail rations, making it ideal for long journeys where water is plentiful and food is scarce. Characters eating dehydrated food must consume twice as much water per day as they normally require or suffer the effects of going without water. See Starvation and Thirst Dangers in Chapter 3 of the Dungeon Master Guide. Dwarf Blind. Dwarf Blind stones are small stones treated with alchemical substances, giving them a faint purple sheen. You can throw a dwarf blind stone as a grenade-like weapon. When it strikes a hard surface as a grenade-like weapon. When it strikes a hard surface, it releases a burst of violet light. The light illuminates a 20-foot wide area for an instant and temporarily interferes with the dark vision of those caught in its effects. Creatures within a 10-foot radius of the stone's impact point must succeed on a reflect save SD or DC 15 or lose their dark vision ability for 10 minutes. Dwarf Blind has no effect on normal and low light vision. Farflame Oil. This thin, light blue oil burns with a blue flame and illuminates a wide area. When used in a lantern, Farflame oil sheds light in a 40-foot radius. In a bullseye lantern, it illuminates a cone 80 feet long and 25 feet wide. A pint of Farflame oil fuels a lantern for 3 hours. A pint of Farflame oil covers a 5-foot square area. If poured on the ground, if lit, Farflame oil burns for 1 round and deals 1d4 points of damage to each creature in the area. Fleetfoot. This thin blue liquid temporarily loosens the imbiber's muscles and joints, allowing her to run faster and jump farther. When running, a character under the effects of Fleetfoot moves at 5 times her speed. The effect lasts for 10 rounds, plus 1 round per point of Constitution modifier. The effects of Fleetfoot stack with the run feat, allowing a character to run at 6 times her speed and jump half again as far as normal with a running jump. Fleetfoot does not grant a character the ability to exceed her maximum jump distance. Ghost oil. This clear oil has a slight tint of gray, and strange wispy forms seem to swirl through it. When applied to a weapon, ghost oil allows it to affect incorporeal creatures, normally for the next 2 rounds. 1 flask of ghost oil contains enough liquid to coat 1 weapon of large size or smaller. Applying ghost oil to a weapon of any size is a full round action. Grave Bane. This thick white liquid evaporates almost instantly upon contact with air, creating a thin, nearly invisible smoke. The smoke is nearly colorless and it has no effect on most creatures. Undead, however, are repulsed by the smoke and can only pass through it with an effort of will. When opening, usually by throwing it on the ground, a flask of Grave Bane fills a 5-foot square area with smoke. Undead cannot enter an area filled with Grave Bane smoke unless they succeed of a will save, DC 10. Undead can attack into a Grave Bane filled area normally, as long as they don't enter the area to do so. Grave Bane ordinarily lasts for 1 minute, although strong winds may decrease this duration. Hawk's Ornament. This thick acidic gel temporarily sharpens the user's vision. Once its beneficial effects wear off, however, the gel burns and stings the eyes for a few minutes. After spreading the gel over her eyes, a character gains a +1 bonus on search and spot checks for 2 minutes. After that duration expires, she takes a -2 penalty on search and spot checks for 10 minutes. Characters who spend a round washing out their eyes with clear or clean water have the duration of the penalty. Applying Hawk's Ornament is a full round action that provokes an attack of opportunity. Instant Rope. When poured from a flask, this vicious gray liquid forms into a long cord, usually as a temporary rope. Usable as a temporary rope. Upon being exposed to air, the liquid rapidly increases in both volume and viscosity. swelling to the diameter of a typical hemp rope, then quickly drying. A flask of instant rope forms a 30-foot-long cord. It takes 2 rounds for it to solidify and dry enough to be used. The instant rope can be moved during this period without damaging it, but it cannot support more than 10 pounds of weight without breaking. Once completely dry, instant rope can support as much weight as normal hemp rope. After an hour, instant rope becomes too brittle to support any weight and quickly crumbles into dust. Long breath. This thick brown tinted smoke is a great boon to anyone who needs to go without air for more than a few rounds. After inhaling long breath, a character can hold his breath for 3 rounds per point of constitution rather than 2 rounds per point. Long breath can be used after the character begins holding his breath, but it provides less of a benefit. If a character inhales long breath after beginning to hold his breath, simply multiply the number of rounds that the character could continue holding his breath by 1.5. Once a character begins making constitution checks to continue holding his breath, long breath provides no benefit. Moat light. This flask contains a clear liquid filled with faintly glowing sparks of light. You can throw a flask of moat light as a grenade-like weapon. When it strikes a hard surface, a flask of moat light creates a small area filled with rapidly moving sparks. The sparks are distracting, but they cause no damage. Creatures within a 5-foot radius attempting to cast a spell must succeed on a concentration check DC 5 spell level or lose the spell. If the caster must make a concentration check for another reason, the more light applies no additional penalties. The moat light applies no additional penalty. Nature's Drought. This tiny vial contains murky, pungent liquid. When consumed, natural drought causes subtle changes in the user's scent. Animals respond well to a character who has consumed natural drought, finding her less threatening and easier to trust. Drinking a vial of natural drought provides a +1 circumstance bonus to handle animals and animal empathy checks made during the next day. Polar skin. This dull white cream provides limited protection against cold-based damage. Polar skin becomes ineffective once it has absorbed 5 points of cold damage. Regardless of whether it absorbs any damage, polar skin loses its effectiveness 1 hour after application. Polar skin does not stack with magical protection from cold. Magical effects such as the resist elements spell supersede the protection provided by polar skin. Applying polar skin takes 1 minute. Signal torch. These simple items are normal torches treated with a variety of alchemical substances to colored flames. Signal torches each burn with a differently colored flame. They are available in a variety of colors, and most common being green, blue, and yellow. Sparkstone. These alchemical devices actually resemble fist-sized lumps of hard, gray clay. You can throw a sparkstone as a grenade-like weapon. When a sparkstone hits a target, it releases a short, violent arc of electricity. A direct hit by a sparkstone deals 1d6 points of electricity damage. If there is another creature within 5 feet of the target, the electricity arches to that creature, dealing half of the initial damage. The sparkstone only creates 1 secondary arc, so if more than 1 creature is within 5 feet of the target, roll randomly to see which creature is affected. If no creatures are within 5 feet of the target, the sparkstone causes no secondary effect. Stonebreaker acid. This special form of acid affects only stone. You can throw Stonebreaker acid as a grenade-like weapon. Acid ordinarily deals half damage to objects. See Attack an Object on Chapter 8 of the Player's Handbook. A direct hit on a stone surface ignores hardness and deals 3d10 points of damage. On the round after a direct hit, Stonebreaker acid deals a further 2d10 points of damage. Vermin Bane. This tightly sealed flask contains a pale green smoke. When released into the air, the smoke fills a 5-foot square area. Most creatures are unaffected by the smoke, although humanoids generally find the smell unpleasant. Vermin, however, find the smoke almost intolerable. To pass through an area filled with Vermin Bane, vermin must succeed on a fortitude save at DC 15. Vermin Bane lasts for 1 minute, although strong winds may decrease this duration. Vicious Bleeder. This thick blue gel is a powerful anticoagulant. A wound caused by a weapon coated with vicious bleeder continues to bleed for 2 rounds, dealing 1 additional point of damage on each of those rounds. Applying vicious bleeder to a weapon of any size is a full round action that provokes an attack of opportunity. Once applied to a weapon, vicious bleeder lasts for 1 minute before it evaporates. 1 flask of vicious bleeder contains enough to coat 1 weapon of size large or small. Vicious bleeder does not affect constructs, elements, oozes, outsiders, or undead. Alchemy or magic. Several skills and feats blur the line between fantastic powers of magic and what exists in the real world. The alchemy skill exists on this border between the mundane and the magical. Alchemical items must provide a wide variety of quasi-magical effects without duplicating or weakening the effects of magical abilities. Here are some guidelines to use when creating new alchemical items. Alchemical items can induce a temporary state, such as shaken or dazzled in a single creature, but it takes a magical effect to force such a state on many creatures or induce a state permanently. Alchemical items can deal a small amount of damage to a single target. The amount of damage can be increased slightly if the substance affects only a small subset of creatures. A small subset of creatures. Alchemical items can impart a temporary property to a mundane item. Alchemical items can temporarily mitigate the effects of an existing condition, such as fatigue, or help resist an impending one, such as antitoxin. Most importantly, alchemical items shouldn't duplicate a spell effect, affect a large area, or impart a permanent benefit. Nor should they mimic the effects of an existing magic item. Prices for alchemical items should always be balanced against the damage potential and protection benefits of similar magical items. Superior items. The items on table 2-6 are entirely mundane but exhibit fine craftsmanship or an unusual purpose. They have correspondingly high prices. Table 2-6 Superior items. Item: Animal training pole. Cost 10 gold pieces, weight 3 pounds. Item: Cloak Foresters. Cost 20 gold pieces, weight 3 pounds. Item: Crossbow sight, gnome. cost 150 gold pieces, weight 1 pound. Item Listening Cone, cost 20 gold pieces, weight 1 pound. Item Pack Framed, cost 50 gold pieces, weight 2 pounds. Item Robes Desert, cost 20 gold pieces, weight 2 pounds. Item Sheath Boot, cost 30 gold pieces, weight slash. Item Sheath Wrist, cost 20 gold pieces, weight shift. Or weight slash. And slash equals no weight worth noted. Animal Training Pole. This following pole has a strong thin cord threaded through it and twists into a loop at the end. When looped around an animal's neck, it provides an easy way to direct the animal while preventing the animal from moving any closer than the pole's length. An animal training pole provides a +2 circumstance bonus on attempts to teach an animal a task. Cloak Forester. Woven from several pieces of green and brown canvas, this large poncho aids anyone trying to hide in a forest environment. The carefully chosen colors blend in with the vegetation, and the poncho's loose shape obscures the humanoid form. Forester's cloaks provide a +1 circumstance bonus to hide checks made in a forest.
Gaming with Infamous. We are into online and tabletop role-playing games, multiplayer online battle arena games, strategy, and simulation games too. Check out some of our stuff on Facebook, Franklin County Internet Society. We also have videos on YouTube as well. Roger Hanson, Gaming with Infamous. Support us on Patreon. Check our podcast out too on any of these available platforms: Anchor, Breaker, Google Podcasts, Overcast, Pocket Casts, RadioPublic, Spotify. If you're enjoying the stream, please like, subscribe, share, and comment. We would love to hear feedback.